Picture this. Your phone buzzes. It's a friend in crisis. You don't hesitate. You drop everything. You listen. You analyze. You fix it. You are the architect of solutions, the unpaid therapist of your circle, the heavy pillar everyone leans on when their world is falling apart. People look at you and they say the exact same things. You're so strong. You have it all together. You're so fiercely independent. They say it like it's a compliment, like it's a badge of honor. But when you finally go home, when you close your bedroom door and the silence of the room hits you, the mask cracks. You feel less like a human and more like a crumbling stone statue, your internal gears rusted and grinding to a painful halt. You are completely, utterly exhausted. Because here is the dark, heavy truth that no one else sees. You aren't fiercely independent because you want to be. You are hyper-independent because you are terrified. Terrified of being a burden. Terrified of needing someone, only to watch them pull away. When your world collapses, you don't reach out. You isolate. You bleed in silence. You would rather carry the weight of the entire world on your shoulders until your spine snaps than ask for a single helping hand. This is the Atlas syndrome, a psychological prison where asking for help doesn't feel like relief. It feels like a fatal weakness. And this is the true tragedy of being the person who can never be a burden. Today, we are going to explore the hidden psychology of people who simply cannot ask for help. We are going to unmask the illusion of your strength, break open that stone facade, and reveal the silent survival mechanism that forced you to become your own savior. Because the reality is, you aren't strong, you are just surviving. And carrying everything alone isn't a superpower, it is a trauma response. But what exactly broke inside your mind to make receiving love feel like a dangerous threat? Let's look inside. To understand why Atlas keeps holding up the sky, we have to look at when he first picked it up. This isn't just a personality trait, this is conditioning. Most hyper-independent adults started as the invisible children of emotionally unavailable or unstable households. Early on, a silent, ancient contract was signed in your mind. You realized that to depend on an adult was to guarantee disappointment, chaos, or pain. So you performed a brilliant, tragic act of psychological engineering. You killed your own needs before they could kill you. You learned that being low maintenance was the only way to be safe. You became incredibly competent, incredibly useful, incredibly mature, because you discovered that your only value was what you could provide. You earned love by solving everyone else's problems, while meticulously hiding your own fractures. You were praised for your strength, but you were actually invisible. And now, as an adult, that survival mechanism has become your cage. Because for a child raised in uncertainty, receiving help isn't an act of kindness. It is a signature on an unwritten contract, a terrifying transaction. Think about it. When someone genuinely offers to help you, to hold your bags, to listen to your problems, to pay for a meal, what do you feel? It's not relief. It's not gratitude. It is a surge of pure, raw panic. Inside your brain, the alarm goes off. The mental calculator immediately starts counting. What do I owe them now? What do they want from me? When will they use this against me to control me, manipulate me, or abandon me? You don't see an outstretched hand. You see a mortgage on your soul, a debt that you will have to repay with your freedom, your silence, or your entire sense of self. To owe someone is to be controlled by them, and to be controlled is a terrifying relapse into the vulnerability you swore you would never feel again. So you refuse the help. You push them away. You say, "I got this," with a smile, while your nervous system is screaming in agony. You would rather drown in the ocean, holding the weight of the entire world on your shoulders, than accept a single lifeboat that comes with an emotional debt you don't trust yourself to repay. You are not independent. You are simply terrified of being owned. But the human body was never designed to hold up the sky forever. Atlas eventually gets tired. The adrenaline runs out. The analytical mind, which has calculated every possible disaster and absorbed everyone else's trauma, finally hits a wall. You burn out. You get sick, or sometimes the sheer exhaustion of pretending you are indestructible simply breaks you. And what happens when the pillar crumbles? When the strongest person in the room finally shatters? You don't send up a flare. You don't scream for help. You do what you have always done. You retreat. You become a ghost. Picture it. It's 3 a.m. You are lying in a dark room, staring at the ceiling, feeling the crushing weight of everything you haven't said. You pull out your phone. You scroll through a list of contacts, people who call you their rock, their mentor, their best friend, and a terrifying, suffocating realization washes over you. You are everyone's emergency contact, but you have absolutely no one to call. It's not that they wouldn't answer. It's that your nervous system physically will not allow you to press dial. Because to you, sharing your pain feels like an unforgivable crime. You are the designated healer, the group therapist, the fixer. And if the fixer is broken, the whole system fails. So, When you are bleeding emotionally, you don't ask for a bandage. You lock yourself in the dark so you don't stain anyone else's carpet. You swallow the panic attacks. You hide the depressive episodes. You text back, "I'm just really tired today," because tired is an acceptable excuse. Tired doesn't require an intervention. Shattered does. This is the most tragic layer of the isolation we discussed in our earlier archives. When you push people away during your darkest moments, you aren't doing it because you are cold. You are doing it to protect them from you. You put yourself in quarantine. Your absolute deepest fear is becoming an inconvenience. You are terrified that if they see how messy, how exhausted, and how truly vulnerable you are behind the mask of competence, they will realize you are a burden. And the trauma of your past has taught you one brutal lie. The moment you become a burden, you become disposable. So you suffer alone. You drown in inches of water, completely surrounded by people, simply because you refuse to splash and disturb their peace. So how do you fix a mind that is terrified of being a burden? I won't insult your intelligence with cheap advice. I won't tell you to just call a friend or practice self-care. When your entire identity is built on being the unbreakable pillar, asking for help isn't a simple step. It is a terrifying leap off a cliff. But here is the ultimate challenge for your analytical mind. The true test of your strength is not holding the world together. It is having the sheer courage to let it fall. You have to let the sky crash. You must allow yourself the brutal experience of being entirely useless to the people around you. Stop fixing. Stop managing. Stop absorbing their chaos. Let the plans fail. Let your mask slip until they see the exhausted human underneath. And then, you do the hardest thing of all. You watch who stays in the rubble. Some people will leave. They will be frustrated that their favorite machine stopped working. Let them walk away. They didn't love you. They loved your utility. They were clients, not friends. But the ones who stay, the ones who sit in the dust with you and don't ask you to build anything, those are the people who have earned the right to hold you. You have spent your entire life proving that you can carry the world alone. It is time to prove that you are allowed to be heavy. You are allowed to take up space just to exist, not to serve. Drop the weight, let the sky fall, and stare back into your void. If this decoded a piece of your mind, subscribe to the Cognitive Abyss. You don't have to carry it all in silence anymore.